Today I will teach you very interesting topic of biology, the developmental biology. Developmental developmental biology. Developmental biology. First and foremost, we have to know that what is the meaning of developmental and biology. I hope every student know about development and understand the meaning of developmental or development, but I want to explain it in a wider concept in respect to biology. In respect to biology, to understand the meaning of developmental. So I want to take an example to understand these terms. Suppose that on which channel you are watching this video, that's a new channel and there is no more views, no more like and no more subscriber. So you can say that the channel nothing to everything is not developed, but it is developing, it is growing. So you can say anything which is growing from smaller to higher, or you can say from anything which is growing from lower to higher, that's called development and the process is called developmental. मतलब anything which grow from lower to higher, from smaller to larger, that's growing, that's developing. So you can understand it that anything which is growing, that's called developing and the process is called developmental. So in the concept of biology, you have to know the meaning of biology also. So biology is the Greek word. Biology is the Greek word derived from two Greek words, bios and logos. And the meaning of bios is life, and logos means study. So it is clear that the meaning of biology is life and study. In this way you can define that the study of life, the study of development, the study of development of life called developmental biology. The study of development of life, the study of development of life, that's called developmental biology. So what is the genuine definition of developmental biology? The developmental biology is the study of the process by which plants and animals grow and develop. The developmental biology is the study of the process. The developmental biology can be defined as the developmental biology is the study of the process by which plants and animals grow and develop. So I hope you may able to understand the meaning of developmental biology and definition of developmental biology. And another point is that you should know every living organism in this universe, every living organism, either chordates or non-chordates or anyone which is living, any living organism start its life as a single cell. Every living organism start its life as a single cell. So you can understand it by taking the example of human being. In the case of human being, male gamete sperm and female gamete ova fuse together and form zygote, and this zygote have ability to form a whole individual. This zygote have haploid sperm, haploid ova fused together. It is also called fertilization. It is also called syngamy. The fusion of male gamete and female gamete is also called as syngamy or fertilization. Fused together to form zygote, and this zygote is able to form whole individual. So in this concept you can say that every living organism starts its life as a single cell. A large animal, elephant, giraffe, tiger and lion you are seeing in the universe, you are looking around yourself, buffalo, anyone, any organism, any bird, any reptiles, anyone, you can say, you can understand it that every living organism starts its life as a single cell. So this is the most important point which I am repeating it again and again because you may be able to understand or learn it very easily. Now we will discuss about steps of developmental biology. Why we need to study developmental biology in the steps? Because I want to take an example. If you are reading it, if you are studying it, developmental biology by your own method, then you can't learn in your whole life or concept. You can't clear your concept of developmental biology in your whole life, because there is a sequence, there are steps which you have to follow to understand the easily developmental biology. Suppose that you are making your own home and you have to stand the wall, and the wall which you are standing, which you are forming, which you are developing, which you are making, you are using only bricks to stand the wall. You are not using the cement and sand. And after making the wall, you are saying that this wall is very weak, this wall is not strong so much. Then you are the greatest foolish in this universe, because there is a rule, there is a system which we have to follow to make the strong wall, to make the strongest wall. So step is that you have to use the cement and sand mixed with water, and you have to use it with each bricks, then you will find that the wall which you are making, that's a very strong. So in this way there is a steps of developmental biology. Steps of developmental biology So what is the first step of developmental biology? If you study it in steps, then you can correlate the every steps from previous, so it will be more easy for your understanding. So first step is gametogenesis. First step is gametogenesis, and second step is fertilization, and third step is cleavage, types and its patterns. Oh my dear students, don't distract yourself, stay on the video. You will be able to understand each and every topic related to developmental biology. I am starting this series of developmental biology. and the fourth point is blastulation. And the fifth point is gastrulation. And the fifth point is gastrulation. And metamorphosis. Now we have to know that why we study developmental biology in this sequence. So there is gametogenesis on the top. Why? This is the reason, because every organism formed by the single cell, i.e. as a like sperm and ovum. Sperm and ovum fertilize to form zygote. So before forming the zygote, you have to know that what things involve, what things need to form zygote. So to increase the generation, because this is gametes are responsible for the formation of zygote, and after that they get fertilized. There is a lots of division which called cleavage, blastulation, gastrulation, organogenesis. It means there is a formation of organs. After that they will grow. After forming the organs they will grow, and after that differentiation. It means all the organs which are growing, they will have to differentiate from one another. After that morphogenesis and metamorphosis. Metamorphosis in the case of mammals is absent, because there is no metamorphosis, because there is absence of larval stage. In those organisms which passes larval stages, they pass metamorphosis. About 3 video will be we have to form and to complete this topic, to complete this chapter. Now you have to know that when embryology plus genetics studied together in wider subdiscipline called developmental biology. When we study embryology with genetics, it is categorized into wider subdiscipline called developmental biology. So we have to know about embryology. So first of all, I want to teach you that who is the founder of embryology. Founder of embryology, Aristotle is known as the founder of embryology. And the father of embryology, is Carl Ernst von Baer. Carl Ernst EARNST von Baer, and the father of Indian embryology. Father of Indian embryology. father of Indian embryology, Panchanan Maheshwari. Panchanan Maheshwari is known as the father of Indian embryology. So you can take the screenshot of these points, and I will then we will discuss about embryology definition and its meaning. You can take the screenshot. Now we will discuss about embryology. There is a two terms, embryology and another is embryogenesis. So first of all, I want to explain that what is the meaning of embryology. Embryology is derived from two Greek words, embryo equal to, embryo means unborn, and logos means, and another term is logos. Logos means study. So we can define embryology, the study of development of single fertilized egg into highly complex organism. Embryology means embryo means unborn, and logos means study. So you can define embryology, the study of development of single fertilized egg into highly complex organism is known as embryology. The study of the formation and development of an embryo is known as embryology. Oh my dear students, this is the simplest definition. The study of the formation and development of an embryo is known as embryology. The study of the formation and development of the embryo is known as embryology, and another term is embryogenesis. So this is very similar to embryology. Embryogenesis is similar to embryology. So this is also derived from two Greek words, embryo means unborn, and logos means Genesis means formation. So you can define it from same definition, then it will be very easy for your learning. The study of development of single fertilized egg. The study of development of single fertilized egg into highly complex organism called embryology. In the same way, you can define embryogenesis, where the study term is written, only you have to write what? The study may be removed by the term process. Only process term introduced on the place of study, then you can define the embryogenesis. only one word you can remove study and place the process. How you can define the study? We are going to remove study, the process of development of single fertilized egg into highly complex organism. And another definition same as embryology. You can define embryogenesis only introducing, only changing one word. What? Study. The study can be removed by the process, the term process, and you will define the embryogenesis by the same definition without changing any other words. How you can define? Here is study of the process, here is study of the formation, and you will define embryogenesis as the process of the formation, and development of an embryo. Development of an embryo is known as embryogenesis. So this is the same definition as like embryology, only you can introduce process, the term process. Here you are studying, logos means study, and unborn, it means the study of anything which is unborn, that's called embryology study. And here is the process of formation. Why? Because genesis means formation, embryo and genesis. Embryo means unborn, which is not parturited from the mother, which is developing inside the uterus, and genesis means formation. So here you will define that the process of what process? The formation, the development. What's developing? Embryo. The process of development of single fertilized egg into highly complex organism. And another definition is the process of the formation, and it is very simple definition. The process of the formation and development of an embryo is known as embryogenesis. Because everything which is forming, there is a process. Anything where is genesis means formation, and process means it's defining the formation. Means everything which is forming, there will be process, and anything which is developing and fertilizing and becoming highly complex, anything else happening in this definition or in this process of embryology, we study. We want to know about unborn, so we called it as the study of the development of single fertilized egg into highly complex organism is known as embryology. Now we will discuss about branches of embryology. Branches of embryology. So how many branches of embryology are there in this biology? So there are 5 branches. In embryology, in which we study embryology. Descriptive embryology. And another point is experimental embryology. Experimental embryo and the third point is comparative embryology, and the fourth point is chemical embryology. And the fifth point is teratology. Branches of embryology are categorized into 5 types. Descriptive embryology, it means anything you are studying about embryo and you are writing on the papers. You are studying embryology by reading the papers, by reading the books. That's called descriptive embryology. Every type of knowledge regarding to embryology you are concerning, you are learning with the books, that's called, and you are writing the books, that's called descriptive embryology. And the experimental embryology. Experimental, what the means of experimental embryology? It means that everything which you are going to discuss, anything which you are going to prove, anything which you are writing on the basis of experiment of embryology, on the experiment of unborn developing child inside the uterus, that's called experimental embryology. And the third point is comparative embryology. It means you are going to study embryology by comparing the one organism to another organism, one means chordates to non-chordates, by comparing one animals to another animals. It means comparative embryology. And the fourth point is chemical embryology. What is the means of chemical embryology? It means you are studying on the basis of chemical of embryo, the chemicals which are present in the embryo, and you are studying it, that's called chemical embryology. And the fifth is teratology, the malformation of embryo. The malformation of embryo is known as teratology. The malformation of embryo is known as teratology. Deformed limbs. It means hands and legs are not separated. That's called teratology. We study about malformation of embryo. It means unborn baby. That's called teratology. I hope you have understand it very well, and in the next video I will teach you gametogenesis, spermatogenesis, and oogenesis. A lots of thank you for watching my video, and if you are able to learn this topic, then I am requesting to you, please don't forget to that thing which you like. I am not saying anything to subscribe, to like, to comment, nothing. It's depend on you, as you like, as you wish. A lots of thank you for watching my video.